Yep, we're doing this again. Close to this time last year, I did a video called Am I Gonna Be Replaced by AI, where I essentially ranted about a topic, made ChatGPT rant about the same thing, and then we compared to see who did better. And obviously, I swept. I'm fucking awesome. However, there were two things on my mind when I did that. One, I'm a little bit of a biased source, and two, what happens when models improve? Enter ChatGPT 4.5. For context, when I made that video, I was using ChatGPT 3.5 because it's the free base model that they have. However, 4.5 has came out recently for Plus users, and it apparently is far better at creative writing. Obviously, I got a little bit paranoid. Ain't no way AI's coming for my job already. I at least want to keep doing this shit till I'm 30. Once I'm 30, this shit gets weird. So I thought, it's time for a rematch. Me versus this motherfucker again. I crammed ChatGPT 4.5 into its thick fucking skull, and then I rewrote the prompt a little bit to make it actually a bit more accurate. And now we're gonna go through each of the rant topics that you guys gave me in the comments on that one community post, and then I'm gonna give ChatGPT the same instructions, and we are gonna vote on which ones did it better. Now, notably, it's not gonna be me ranking them this time. Instead, I assembled 3 of my friends into a Discord call, and they are each going to decide which one did it better, and we're gonna take the best out of 3. I've assembled this super scientific panel that's going to very objectively rank me versus the AI.
I hate things with blue hair. How am I going to tell the difference between them?
I think they're basically the same. It's a dog with blue hair. So it's,
yeah, I was going to say, it's going to be so hard to tell the difference. So you're going to hear my rant first, and then you're going to see the live reaction of the judges to the AI version, and then we are going to decide and calculate the points or whatever the fuck at the very end. Are you ready? Here we go. Rant about the deliciousness of pasta and which variety is your favorite. In an Italian accent, of course. Mamma mia, pasta is good. No. Pasta is god tier. It is so easy to cook. It tastes delicious no matter how bad you fuck it up. Me personally, gnocchi is number 1. Gnocchi is top tier. Motherfucker really just took the concept of a potato, put it in the pasta, and gave it the best qualities of both. Here's a fantastic depression meal. Cook some gnocchi, drain it, put it back into the pot, put some butter in, mix it, and then boom, you're pretty much got some kind of sustenance. You know, that does sound even more depressing than when I normally make it. But that's what I mean. It's so versatile. You can just eat it by yourself. You could actually put in the effort to make and cook a recipe, you know.
I hope you know that if this isn't an Italian accent, you've already lost. You gave up on that person's prompt 2 seconds
That's
in.
right,
So.
that's right. And I'm going to distract 1 point when you referred to it firstly as pasta instead of pasta.
Okay, I said not to be biased. I didn't say be biased to the AI.
Also, is gnocchi a pasta?
Variety family of dumplings in Italian cuisine as an alternative to soups or pasta. So it can be used as an alternative to pasta. So it's not technically a pasta?
Oh,
It's
no.
already lost, dude.
You're
It's fucking-
losing
it's
points
Oh no,
right
all right. Maybe the AI will really fumble the bag. Let's see. Ciao, Bella. Today we talk about the sacred gift from the gods themselves, pasta. Listen, pasta is not just food, it's a fucking way of life. If you disagree, Mamma Mia, may your sauce always be watery and your spaghetti always break before entering the pot. Linguine. This pasta is like spaghetti's cooler cousin who went abroad once and now never shuts up about it.
Wait, is he pro linguine or
I don't know.
anti?
But my all-time favorite, penne. Penny is shaped like tiny angry tubes ready to wage war against hunger.
I'm not going to lie, Campfire is actually cooking right now.
It's cooking you right now. You're cooked.
Metaphorically and literally.
Every bite of Penny screams, "Hey, you, shove more cheese in here or I will personally beat you with a stale breadstick." And to those who disrespect pasta by breaking spaghetti, fucking disgraceful. You deserve to step barefoot on uncooked fusilli for eternity. Bon appetit, you magnificent noodle heads.
You're cooked.
Oh my
You're cooked.
goodness.
Wow.
Okay,
It's
I'm
cooked.
sorry.
Okay.
I'm just gonna interrupt here. First vote. I'm going with AI. I'm sorry. That was good. I gotta say, I love penne pasta compared to all the other selections there. So I really think that Campfire is kind of ace for this. Also, you made an extremely good point. Never break your spaghetti when putting it in the pasta. You have to let it just sit there, marinate for a bit, and by that I mean just let it soak until it becomes all noodly. That's already a point right there for me. I'm sorry.
I think you've been cooked. I think that you are.
Damn it.
You've already been demonetized from this one video.
Oh no. I've been perpetuating Italian stereotypes.
You didn't perpetuate enough, actually, was the issue.
Yeah,
So,
true, because I thought gnocchi was a pasta. My mistake.
And then you call it pasta also with your Canadianness.
Shut the fuck up. I mean, Cumps already got the win for this round, but let's see, who would you vote for?
I don't know. I think I'm gonna vote for you just because Cump dissed linguine pretty hard and that pissed me off.
All right. If no one got me, I know Lexi got me. Waking up early on a sunny day versus staying up late on a rainy night. We're gonna do this one differently since you gave me 2 options. I'm gonna try defending staying up on a rainy night, and then the AI is gonna defend staying up on a sunny day. And if that's the case, then I'm picking staying up late 9 times out of 10. I have friends that'll go to bed early to be able to wake up and see the sunrise, and I think those people are fucking psychos. A sunrise is beautiful, sure, but you know, once you've seen one, you see them all. I'm not in the business of trying to catch every single one that ever fucking exists. Not to mention a sunrise is a pretty short bit of time. If you stay up during the night when it's raining, you got potentially hours to go before it gets it's light again. I have to start doing this. Every time I look at it in the edit, I feel problematic. Late night is also when your friends are online or available normally, so you actually have a little bit of camaraderie you can do as well. But with the sunrise in the morning, it's like, you know, what the fuck? You start the day off with a fantastic high, then just tapers off for the rest of the day until you're just beaten to death by work. Rainy night is your recharge time. It's your chill out time, maybe with friends, maybe alone. Who the fuck knows? I'm not your dad. Fuck you. That's the vibe. That's the thing. Now, this is Campfire Horvis defending waking up early on a sunny day. All right, buckle up, fuckwads, because today we're talking about why waking up early on a sunny day absolutely obliterates staying up late on a rainy night. Waking up early isn't just a thing your grandma does before knitting sweaters out of cat fur. It's a fucking power move. You ever roll out of bed at 7 a.m., squinting at sunlight like you're a vampire freshly banished from Hot Topic? No? That's because you're busy pretending staying up till 3 a.m. listening. The voice just pauses randomly sometimes. I don't know why. Early morning, take a deep breath and realize, holy shit, I'm alive. It's great, unless, of course, you're the kind of person who voluntarily stays up late because vibes. Congrats, you've earned the privilege of waking up at noon feeling like you're rotting from the inside out. Wake up, see the sun, do something productive, and stop role-playing as Batman. Leave the rainy nights to vampires, poets, and people who think listening to Joji counts as therapy. Now go outside, or I'll break your kneecaps. Metaphorically, of course.
The AI version of you makes threats.
It's not too dissimilar from me, I guess.
Battle Bus is gonna vote too.
Battle Bus is gonna. All right. What does Battle Bus vote for?
Battle Bus votes for you because she's always running around at night and she likes to sleep in the morning. Other than when she eats her food.
I'm very, very biased, but to counter my bias and to counter what I think Weeru's gonna vote for, I'll vote for the AI just to be contrarian.
You got me. I was gonna go for Camp because Camp like brings up some good points, and Campfire Harvest is just really trying to science me into like waking up early when I actually have stuff to do at night.
If you had to choose between waking up early on a rainy day or staying up late on a bright night,
I was gonna say on a sunny night.
How about going into the dangerous effects of soda and what the absurdity is of having such when you can just make a sugary coffee or tea with infinitely less chemicals in it? L. Okay, as a soda addict, I take great offense to this. I fucking hate the taste of coffee, and I keep forgetting to buy tea when I'm out, so most of my caffeine comes from soda. I do acknowledge it is a vice. I realize I should cut back on it, but listen, do as I say, not as I do. And because I'm contractually obligated to, I will say, soda sucks. If you get a coffee and just dump a bunch of sugar in it, it probably will taste similar. I wouldn't know, because every time I've had coffee, I've wanted to throw up. But, you know, similar amount of sugar, similar amount of caffeine, it'll get the job done, and I'm assuming it's more natural. I fucking hate the word natural. When health nuts say that you shouldn't eat natural food, it's like, okay, ratchet's natural. Should I eat that? Uranium's natural. Should I put that in my fucking mouth? Gun in my head, though, if I had to defend either option, definitely tea. When I've had tea in the past, it's been really good. I would recommend chai tea. Chai tea is pretty based. Green tea is good as well, but you gotta be careful which brand you go with because sometimes they suck shit. I had some really good green tea in the past, and I was like, damn, this is great. I want more of this. And I bought 100 packs of some random brand from Costco, and that shit hurt my face. And this is AI Camp defending not soda. All right, today we're talking soda, the carbonated abomination that's basically battery acid with branding. Seriously, when's the last time you heard good news involving soda? Spoiler alert, fucking never. And don't you dare roll your eyes at me. Yes, I'm talking to you directly, viewer. I'm not your mom, though I probably could be. I've got the sass for it. When you drink tea or coffee, you transcend from mindless consumer drone to a sophisticated wolf like me, clearly brimming with culture and definitely not compensating for my insecurities. Soda doesn't give a fuck about your health, and neither do big corporations who bottle this carbonated curse. But me? I genuinely care. Probably unhelpful, but I
care.
He's talking so slow.
Trust me, bro.
Now go hydrate, idiot.
Go hydrate, idiot. It was pretty good end. I have to upturn the apple cart with this one here, Eric. The line sophisticated wolf really took me out of the AI video because, as we know, you are a husky.
I'm going to commit murder. I'm going to kill. It will look like an accident. It'll look.
This was Gordon's last appearance.
I'm very much on your side, Eric. I think you've won this round, mostly because it waxed poetic for an extra 30 seconds that we didn't need and talked very slowly.
See, I'm gonna get like, actually for a minute and say that like, it really depends on what kind of soda you're drinking. If you make your own soda at home, like if you get the Soda Stream thing and it's just really like some sugary syrup and some carbonated water, that's very different than Mountain Dew. If you brew your own coffee at home and only put some sugar in it versus going to Starbucks and getting a Frappuccino drink or whatever. I'm gonna go with you, Camp, because I think Cump's line of, I care, trust me, bro, like that really freaked me out. I was like, you lost any credibility you had, so I gotta go with Camp.
I'm gonna have to hand it over to Camp. His argument was, you know, a little shaky, but his what he argued for is clearly much better than tea.
Camp sweep, baby.
The camp sweep, yes. I was gonna say.
The world needs Twink versus Bear's AI slop rant. We did this in the last episode, but I don't know. Maybe I'll give Twinks more of a fair shake this time. We'll see. Twinks versus Bears, the ultimate dichotomy. On one hand, you got the Twinks, or as I like to refer to them, gremlins. And on the other side, you got Bears, or as I like to refer to them, mattresses. Both of them have their perks, both of them have their downsides. And I can honestly see myself a little bit of both in these days and age. I know Twinks like to party. I know Bears like to do whatever bears do. Maybe I will allow a small hole in my heart that a Twink can fill, but for now, I am still very much on the side of Bears. I already know the AI is probably going to cook better with this one, so fuck it. I thought the line about me letting a Twink fill my hole was interesting, but let's see what the AI had to do. All right, buckle up, because today we're diving headfirst into a furry civil war that's haunted the community for... Twinks are basically the aerodynamic sports cars of furries. Sleek, fast... Why are you talking? I didn't tell it to talk about furries. You look at a Twink wrong and they'll evaporate like cotton candy in a rainstorm. Bears are the goddamn monster trucks of the furry scene. Big, bulky, and about as subtle as a brick through your fucking window. Apparently looking like Chewbacca's distant cousin is peak masculinity. Both of them suck. Twinks spend way too much time acting like living art installations, and bears spend too little time caring that they smell like microwave nacho cheese. I'm probably gonna get murdered by both sides for saying this, but I'm Team Bear. Yo! And not just because they're built like walking mattresses. At least bears don't crumble into glitter dust when confronted with basic human interactions. Plus, hugging a bear feels like being smothered by your childhood security blanket, only with questionable hygiene choices. But hey, whether you're a Twink bear or some eldritch hybrid abomination, life's too short to give a fuck. Unless you're standing in my way, then move, or I'll personally delete your Fur Affinity account.
So I couldn't tell the difference between the two clips. One was slightly longer. I honestly don't know, because they chose bears, and I know that Camp would choose bears. He tried to let in a small hole or something. I think I still gotta go with the AI though, because I couldn't, like, you went a little too short. You just went, bears are gonna win, but I mean, I guess I could give a Twink a chance, and then you just hit next.
I like Camp's response, as he was willing to give like both a shot. Campfire like put more detail like in the explanation. He did mention that like Twinks are more fragile and that bears are more comfier to be around. I feel like maybe Camp could have used that in his like argument there. So I definitely feel like I have to give it to the AI for this one. It did feel like he quipped harder, and he also gave more detail on his explanation, while Camp was like, Twinks, and bears, yes, and then thank you next. So.
Justice for Camp, because Campfire said Twinks would obliterate into glitter with human interaction. That felt homophobic to me, so I'm gonna go with Camp.
I mean, it could be homophobic, I don't know. We're just under halfway through, but I need to have a quick piss and fill my water bottle, so I'll be right back. I'm gonna leave OBS running though, so if you want to talk shit, have fun.
Camp is homophobic.
He gave up on a couple of them, which was sad. I felt like he could really pull ahead.
I don't like the fact that he's conceding, but I think it's because.
And welcome to the halftime report, everybody. Here we are with Gordon Weaver.
Welcome to the halftime report. Today we're talking about Campfire and Campfire. This is a neck and neck race between the who can quip the hardest, who can cook the best. So far we have.
Are they tied? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Score is tied up 2-2 right now, Weeru. It's really going to depend on who can pull forward in this last half. We got to think about what's actually going to happen here, you know? Because if Camp can really pull it forward and actually get some confidence behind his words, I really feel like he can beat this AI. But the AI does have millions and millions of messages to go off of. So, I mean, it's going to be a really hard battle for both Camp and Gump out there tonight.
And that's right. It doesn't have just all the knowledge, but also seems to have Camp, like, written down to a T. Like, if we can just look at this guy, he is a wolf with blue hair and glasses. This is a very nerdy guy, and he seems to be copying Camp in every single way. His steez is completely copied, bar for bar.
Let's cut down to Lexi on the field.
Hi.
I just been sitting here for the last 30 seconds just listening. I ran about how shoelaces are obsolete and stupid. Listen, if you're still walking around with shoelaces in 2025, that's a skill issue, frankly. I want one of those like Kizik shoes that don't have any shoelaces at all, or get one of those fucking like attachments that just replaces laces and just lets you slip your shoe in. And it honestly just makes sense. Why do you need shoelaces? You don't need to adjust. I don't think your feet really change size after a certain point. Just get a couple stretchy elastic things with enough room so you can actually get the foot into the shoe, and then after that, it's whatever the fuck, right? Shoelaces are the invention of the devil. Send tweet. I've already talked about how they're obsolete. Now let's talk about how they're stupid. Do your shoes untie themselves every 12 hours, or are you normal? I don't know what it is. I don't know if I have the wrong kind of shoe or what, but every single time I'm just walking around, 9 times out of 10 the laces are just gonna like just, you know? People need to invent shoelaces too. The sequel to shoelaces that actually fucking works, but because it's a sequel, it'll probably just be a cash grab and look like shit.
Camp, tie your shoes better.
No. Can we just take a moment to acknowledge how fucking stupid shoelaces are? Like, genuinely, what an obsolete method of foot containment technology. If you think I'm exaggerating, you clearly haven't had your shoelace untie itself mid-walk, causing you to stumble around like a drunk giraffe at 2 a.m. on a Wednesday. Yeah, congratulations, you've now become a traffic hazard and everyone hates you, including me, especially me. I'm aware Velcro exists, but society decided at some arbitrary point that Velcro is exclusively for 5-year-olds and middle-aged men who've given up on dignity. Sorry, Greg, And don't get me started on people who double knot.
Oh, fuck you.
If your shoelaces are so fundamentally broken that you need to tie them twice, maybe we've identified a glaring fucking design flaw. It's like patching a hole in your sinking ship with another hole. Slip-ons are literally right there. But what's the deeper philosophical takeaway here? Maybe it's that we cling on to traditions and outdated bullshit because it's comfortable. Or maybe the real lesson is that everything I've said here is pointless bullshit. And you've just wasted 90 seconds of your life.
Well, he's self-aware at least.
I'm first for the first time in this video.
Yep.
I have to mention you and Kump really see eye to eye, and the only thing that's really subtracting some points from both you and him was that he mentioned Velcro. And you didn't really mention Velcro. The line of some point it was decided that it's only for 5-year-olds or middle-aged men that gave up on life.
Yeah, that was ableist to me.
Wait, was that ableist?
Because I hate AI. I'm going to be mean and say that was ableism.
Trying to find anything.
No, but like in all seriousness though, is like I'm just being overly sensitive to that point. But truly, like, Velcro is used for a lot of people. It's not just kids and like middle-aged men who've given up. Like, there's a lot of people with mobility issues.
Okay, I get what you mean.
I really hate the fact that we don't have like Velcro like everywhere, because I hate having to like tie shoes all the time. I just feel like there should be an alternative by now, because like the straps are kind of cool if you do them right. Laces feel like just be an aesthetic choice at this point.
But I do also double knot, and Kump insulted me by saying, and don't even get me started about double knotting. So like his ableism and his like just call out to me that I felt personally, I gotta go with Camp. I just gonna.
Both of you have made good points. I would say I'd still have to side with you though.
All right.
I was gonna go with you, but now that I've been, it would be a sweep. I liked the use of Kump insulting a random guy named Greg, so I'm going and giving it to Kump.
Fuck you, Greg.
The Sanborn Fire Maps. What the fuck is a Sanborn Fire Maps? Detailed maps created by the Sanborn Map Company for the fire insurance industry since 1867. I feel like I should probably do more research in this before I do a rant, but when the fuck have I ever done research? They're doing this shit for insurance companies? They're working with the fucking enemy? I could go off all day about how insurance is a giant fucking scam, but you know what? This is about specifically the Sanborn Fire Map, so let's do that shit. Look how fucking dumb these colors are. Who the fuck did this? Mr. Color? I need to quit YouTube. I'm not built for this shit, man. No. Also, what level of autism do you have to even come up with this idea in the first place? I have multiple friends who got that special Urbex kind of autism who would simp for this shit.
Don't ask what Sanborn Fire Maps are, because I don't even fucking remember.
How are we supposed to rank it?
How are we supposed to rate this?
Alright, fuckers, today we're talking about the Sanborn Fire Maps. If you've never heard of them, congratulations. Your brain probably still functions correctly, unlike mine. Imagine dedicating your whole career to meticulously documenting how absolutely fucked a city is if someone sneezes too close to a lantern. Nice wooden shack you've got there, buddy, would be a real shame if, I don't know, someone's donkey kicked over a candle and turned your entire life savings into ash.
Jesus.
They're basically medieval Google Street View, except instead of finding blurry images of you taking out the trash in your underwear, they're giving you a precise blueprint of how to commit arson. I mean, have you actually looked at one of these things? It's unsettlingly thorough. It's like somebody went full Sherlock Holmes mode on every shitty building in town. And you know what? We probably deserved it. Humanity needed someone to put us in our place by documenting our complete inability to build shit that didn't spontaneously combust. In conclusion, because apparently every one of these videos needs some half-assed philosophical takeaway to justify my
It's very
shitty
mad I
opinions.
put a philosophical thing in the prompt.
Maybe we all need our own personal Sanborn Fire Map. A brutally honest documentation of how fragile and flammable our lives really are. Or, maybe just don't build your fucking bakery next to the dynamite factory.
Why does don't build your bakery shop next to the dynamite factory sound like a real idiom?
That's so good.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I gotta give it to Kump.
Okay,
He was spitting fire.
that's very fair. That's very fair. We already have anything to add?
I mean, like, I love the informative stuff that like Campfire gave me when it came to like the information. I mean, it's more than just colors on a map, so I don't want to say. I'll just abstain from this. Let the majority speak for itself.
I mean, it's already majority, so.
Also, that was kind of real at the end when Kump was like, maybe we all need to like analyze our life and the things that are flammable in it. And I'm like,
kind of a good
on a
metaphor.
metaphorical level,
Yeah.
I was like, whoa.
Speak on the pain that is picking pizza toppings and why Hawaiian pizza is an affront to nature. Listen, I don't like that I have to do this. I like Hawaiian pizza. Pineapple on pizza is here to stay and I couldn't be happier about it, but for this video, I'll fucking do it. So first off, pizza toppings. Shitload of options. Most of them aren't really that great or worth it. Meat Lovers Pizza is cool if you just really want to shove a bunch of meat in your mouth. I know I normally do. sometimes. But I mean, when you're biting into the meat lover's pizza, do you really taste every single piece of pepperoni, of sausage, of bacon, or whatever the fuck? No, you're like, normally you're just fine with like doubling up on one if you're that fucking desperate. Same with vegetables as well. Like onions and olives are really the only vegetables you need. Who the fuck is putting like red peppers on their fucking shit? I gotta stop doing that. And for Hawaiian pizza, I'm gonna remind you, this is not what I think. This is just what I hear other people say. Some people think that pineapple doesn't go well on pizza because the mix of fruit and the rest of the pizza, how it's like cold and mushy with the rest of it, implies that it is not good and that the texture balance is too indifferent. Those people are fucking stupid, but I'm trying to defend them here. I do have to wonder how the hell pineapple pizza was invented. Like, did someone just accidentally spill a bunch of pineapple on a pizza, serve it, and then it just somehow worked? He just somehow got away with it?
Okay, AI rant was slightly shorter for the AI's things, so maybe he has absolutely nothing of substance to say, and then he'll suck shit, and then couple go die in a hole. Let's find out.
All right, listen, you culinarily challenged degenerates. We need to talk about something truly distressing today. Pizza toppings. Picking toppings on pizza is supposed to be fun, right? Wrong. It's an existential crisis wrapped in dough and tomato sauce, and every single one of you idiots is complicit. Why is it when I tell someone I like olives, they look at me like I just admitted to tax evasion? It's salty and delightful. It's literally the pickle of pizza toppings, and before some smartass drops in the comments going, actually, pickles on pizza sound good, shut the fuck up. You're not clever. You're just wrong. And now, speaking of war crimes, who in their right or wrong mind decided that a perfectly respectable pizza deserved a healthy sprinkling of acidic tropical fruit and salty ham, thus turning it into the edible equivalent of getting punched in the face by SpongeBob SquarePants? It's genuinely fucking disrespectful. Life is too short to pretend we enjoy monstrosities. You want pineapple? Eat a fucking fruit salad. Let pizza be pizza, or face eternal judgment from pizza gods, and also me.
Comp is kind of talking about pizza segregation right now. I'm not sure if I fuck with that.
That line about speaking of war crimes, pineapple pizza, like that was pretty funny. That was the peak, and then everything else just kind of felt very wishy-washy and not very well thought out. Camp, you've actually pulled it forward. You won this point for me.
Yay!
But I think the people that are like, oh my god, Hawaiian pizza is the worst. It's like, no, it's not. People are like, oh, well, it's fruit on a pizza. Well, guess what? Tomato's technically a fruit. They kind of lost their argument on that one. So I gotta give it to Camp.
I do think Hawaiian is a decent choice. I don't know if you guys know this, but it was made by a Greek-born Canadian, so points to the Canadians for coming up with a new pizza topping that has made so many people divided and made the Italians want to do a hate crime against non-Italians. I do have to side with you on this one.
Woo!
First and
Camp
second.
sweep. Camp sweep.
Y'all not gonna bring up banana on pizza though?
Oh.
What the fuck?
Okay, that's
Okay,
it.
now
Where's
that,
your
no.
address?
Why red pandas are the best and how objectively everyone else is wrong. Look at the fucking wow over here, dude. Look at how cute he is. He's just being a little dude, being a little homie. Red panda's got a kind of swag that I've never seen in real life. Red is a pretty dope color. I think it's my second favorite color looking at this. It looks so fuzzy. I don't know what the ethics are for keeping one as a pet is, but you know, if I got the opportunity to hold one, I'd probably take it. Pet pandas are cool. Sorry if this is kind of short. I don't know enough about red pandas to confidently say what's the best things about them.
Camp lost his confidence.
Oh no. Oh no.
Time to go in for the kill.
The fucking AI talked about red pandas for like 2 minutes. I am so cooked.
You're dead.
Let's see.
You're cooked.
Okay, so red pandas are objectively the best animal. Have you ever even seen a red panda? Imagine God got bored designing raccoons halfway through and decided you know what this trash burglar needs. A fur coat so fancy it puts every Kardashian to shame. Red pandas are so effortlessly superior they barely even have to try. They're adorable, fluffy, and have the balance skills of a coked out gymnast, casually vibing in trees like gravity's just a mild suggestion. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a wolf shouting into the void hoping to fill it with nonsense and existential dread. So yeah, red pandas, the best. You, objectively incorrect. Subscribe or I'll come to your house and aggressively reorganize your sock drawer.
Why was that so angry the whole time?
I don't know. That was oddly vicious.
I really feel like Kump has some baggage to unpack.
Yeah.
A little bit.
We need to talk to Kump.
Probably say something along the lines of like, why would I need help? I'm beyond redemption. I'm a furry. Or something. I'm a blue-haired wolf on the internet with pronouns.
I gotta say, the screaming ah woo woo for about 10 seconds there. Favorite part of the video. I'm already calling it.
I need to like find the fucking script that ChatGPT made for that. Hold on.
That's the peak of the video so far, so I do gotta give it to Kump for that. You won the actual debate, but it won the point.
Based on the red panda versus it being the cutest thing ever and stuff, I really feel that Camp deserves that point. I really feel that the AI can't quite keep up, it seems, when it's just trying to like read off its own words. I do love like the extrapolation of like God got bored and decided to make pandas halfway through and then quit and then just made a red panda. I think that's adorable. But I have to give this one to Camp.
Yippee! And Lexi, what about you? You are the tiebreaker now.
Well, the awoo sound kind of scared me, actually, instead of just being funny. He went on some sort of rant about like how humans are inferior, and that kind of wigged me out even more. So I got to give the point to Camp.
I didn't want to say that out loud, but I think this guy thinks he's better than everybody. You can't be on YouTube or like make content without a little bit of narcissism. I think he might have a little bit too much.
The best methods to look busy when you aren't doing anything. At my office job, we don't have like an open floor plan. We actually have like individual suites that editors can go into to work on their shit. Most often, the one that I go into is connected to a main thoroughfare with a glass door, so I oftentimes have to look busy if I'm not doing shit. And for the most part, having a project open and just having my own personal laptop facing away from the door so that no one can eavesdrop on what I'm actually doing is genuinely the best way that I've had. It's minimal disruption to the average workflow, and it's not going to turn any heads who are passing by. You can also do the strat of just having the window that you're on and then the window that you should be working on just focused right next to each other, so you can just alt tab really quickly if anyone comes up behind you. The amount of times I did that shit in school is staggering. Another fun thing you can do is have like a line in your back pocket. Like if someone walks up to you, sees that you're not doing anything, you can immediately turn around and have a line prepared. Be like, holy shit, do you have this like report or whatever? Or like, do you have this thing that I need to do for my next thing, please? I just need to get this going like ASAP. That way you can feign that you're really trying to get something done. That's about what I would do. That's pretty dope shit. That's pretty cool.
Swag balls.
Swag balls. And now we are on to the AI's last attempt. See what he has to offer.
Okay, listen up, fuckfaces. Today we're diving into an essential life skill they don't teach you in school. How to convincingly look busy when you're actually doing sweet fuck all. And if you're thinking, Comfy or Horvis, shouldn't we just be genuinely productive? Congrats. You're officially my least favorite viewer and deserve nothing but unseasoned oatmeal for eternity. First off, aggressively clicking your mouse. Click like you're desperately trying to close browser tabs because your grandma just walked into the room and you forgot you're into weird internet shit again. Combine that with an intense stare at your monitor like you're decoding the fucking Rosetta Stone. Next, carry a stack of random papers with you. Nobody questions a person aggressively walking around with papers. Then there's the timeless classic, walking quickly with purpose. Doesn't matter where, bathroom, printer, the fucking broom closet. If you do it confidently, people think you're essential, and that's half the battle. But here's your philosophical nugget for today. Maybe pretending to be busy is our subconscious way of reminding ourselves we're valuable even when we're accomplishing nothing. Now stop pretending to work and subscribe already, you absolute menace.
I don't like how many times the spot tells the viewer to subscribe. I don't think it did that last time.
It's just because you said that you're a
Campfire
YouTuber.
always be plugging.
He knows how to get the numbers up.
Who wants to go first this time? Oh, yeah.
Because I'm first for the first time in the video.
Yeah.
Shut up.
You want me to be first for the first time in the video?
Oh yeah, we were go ahead. You're first for the first time in the video.
Rapidly clicking in like an office space. People are gonna see that and they're gonna be like extremely suspicious of you.
I mean, if you don't supplement it with other things and you're just clicking the mouse, it's gonna look like you're playing a game or something.
That whole point like lacked a bunch of context as like where you're working and how you should be working. I think at least you gave like details of like what the work environment's like and how the work should be done and how you should be avoiding work. But I do like the point that the last part where he said philosophically, by virtue of us existing, us not doing work is still okay to do. And I'm like, that's weirdly inspirational coming from a stupid computer. I'd still give you the point on that one though.
I agree with what Riru said, especially when she was talking about like the context. Camp gave context as far as like, oh, I work predominantly on the computer and like with different screens and stuff. And I think a lot of people do that. So to Cump's point about like, carry your stack of papers like you have purpose. And it's like, are you going to go serve somebody? Like, I don't see a lot of people just carrying stacks of paper anymore unless they're literally the mail delivery person coming in with like letters and stuff.
Yeah, you could say that Cump never worked a day in his life.
Right, either that or he works at a place that's kind of dated and like they still actually use papers and like need signatures. Like maybe he's in a law office or something. I don't know.
Now let's see. Counterpoint. If you see somebody carrying a clipboard with a couple papers on it and looking around looking for somebody to sign them, that's important though.
Yeah.
But the clipboard is what makes it all different.
Yeah, I would, yeah.
Clipboard's authority right there. You go up like,
Either
exactly.
that or if they had a folder, like an official looking folder.
A manila folder? Yeah.
Yeah. As much as there were some inconsistencies, I kind of have to give it to Cump because the point about like walking with purpose and stuff like that. And then yeah, like when we were saying the philosophical of like, maybe we're just doing this because we think we need to do this for value. And it was like, oh damn, wow, that really, I wasn't expecting that point. So I unfortunately.
So right now it's 1 vote for me and 1 vote for Comp.
So it's all up to me. Okay. If you need to get into a place or to act like you belong somewhere, the most important thing that you can do when it comes to like making sure you seem like, oh, they're actually doing work is just speaking with confidence. And neither of y'all mentioned that really. Of like, you kind of mentioned it when you mentioned like, oh, turn around and be like, dude, do you have this thing? But that's like a sense of fear, Camp. Like you were coming from a very vulnerable position. If they come up and they're like, what are you doing? You're like, I'm working, what are you doing? And you just stare at them. Then you put them on their own back foot and you've thrown them way off. For that thing alone, because Camp did not have confidence, I think Comp has it.
All right, well then that means Comp wins this round, but that's okay.
What?
You know why?
What?
Because I still won, baby.
I know.
5 points to 4.
That.
I honestly thought that AI was going to do worse when I was doing test runs, but also maybe this is just because I got other people to actually vote on this time. Because I do remember when I did the first AI video, people were saying that I robbed points from Comp. So if that's technically accommodated for, I wonder if this one actually did do worse.
Yeah, you got unbiased judges here. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes the AI actually cooks for a bit. A few times, in my opinion.
It's what we said during the halftime report, though, is that when Camp doesn't have confidence and he goes into a round, he really fumbles.
Exactly.
And that's when Comp can strike. And there was at least 2 rounds, if not 3, where you just went in and whatever. And that's when you lost. So you came in with confidence.
I wasn't confident to talk my shit.
If you had confidence in all these rounds, you dead ass might have won almost every round.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, we should probably take this part of the video to mention, guys, listen, you have to be confident out there, okay? Much like how it is to pretend that you're working and walking with confidence, like with like a purpose that you're being there, always remember, you have to be confident.
Shout out to the patrons, Gurdon.
Hakaimono.
Foxy boy.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Patrons, Gurdon.
Hakaimono.
Foxy boy.
Kyla95.
Jargy-Roo.
Theo Firefox.
Serial Saurus.
Mato Carlos.
Beast King Barbaros.
Uber Bounty.
Joel.
Aki.
SF Serval.
Squall.
Noodle HD! Exclamation point.
And Okari.
We did it! Woo!
First try, everybody. First try.
Very first try. And also the YouTube channel members, Johnny Bryson, Stan Dan, and Theo Firefox. Sorry, I swore I didn't forget about you. You're all very important to me.